Hi, I am going to talk about human traffic prostitution in Southeast Asia and Middle East. Prostitution is a criminal act that includes the trade, barter, or exchange of sexual acts with the hopes of the receipt of economic gain or opportunity. It can involve victims ranging from adults to children. Sexual exploiters take advantage of the docility of the children as they are less able to defend themselves. In Asia, for example, some people believe that having sex with very young virgin girls prevents contracting AIDS or HIV. Is the promise that in another country people will have a better life and get better economic situations. Forced prostitution has grown along with the conflict and the stabilization of governments in the Middle East. For example, Syrian women who think they will become second wives to Egyptian men, instead of that become forced prostitutes. The forced prostitution among women and children are from Syria, Iraq, and Iran. Most women believe they are migrating to Cyprus for marriage or jobs in a domestic work. Syrian families have been known to sell their young daughters using temporary marriages known as sige. In China, creates a university for prostitutes, which was not only a center for sexual exploitation but also a training center for prostitutes. In Thailand, the 90% of the men they have hired at least once the service involves women aged between 13 and 20 years were forced to prostitute themselves for months after being taken by a network of traffic with the promise of work and have poverty in their countries. Besides millionaire neighborhoods, Bangkok and Hong Kong billion people live in strict poverty. They earn less than $1 a day, and to escape this situation, entire villages are complicit in selling their children. Due to this, some families of Asia traditionally have wanted to have sons to work with the family, now expect girls to sell them. The first testimony is about Ayan, a woman who worked in a toy store and ended in prostitution. A woman called Axian told to her on the street. After an hour of talk, Ayan finished giving her number. But one day Axian told her to sell her virginity, and that her first time will be equal to a half of her year's salary, and agreed just to have more money. She had to accept because her friend was extorting and because she felt that this would help her parents. Her name is Bisna, which means destination. She was rescued from brothers. The man asked her, when you come to Malaysia, they take you directly to the brother or any place, and Bisna said that they take her for the stadium. She said that in that place there were girls from Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, India, and around 200 women. There she made two friends, one that had the same age, 17, and another that had 23. Her friends could not escape, but she achieved because they helped her to be dropped and halfway to fall from the window. Now she works with the person who cares of her and is dedicated to work in the workshop centers. Sexual exploitation is the main destination of trafficking with 87% of cases, of which 19% are women. The United Nations estimates that 4 million women and 2 million children are recruited each year for prostitution. In conclusion, women or men who have been trafficked into prostitution are liable to be prosecuted for adultery punishable by death. For these people, prostitution or death are the only choices.